Dah siap. Pandainya. Murid-murid, sini. Kalian semua dah sedia dah untuk rumah terbuka kita? Dah. Jadi kita belajar sama-sama, Okey, nombor 1. Korang buat elok tau. Kalau tak ada rembang nanti. Nombor 3.
Puan, lot ini bos kami dah beli. Dia tak kasih buat aktiviti kat sini tau.
Apa-apa pun tak nak.
Cik,
Cik, baik! Sekarang ni tempat bisnes aku. Bukan tempat untuk kamu semua main-main. Faham? Aku dengar kamu orang tak letak firma yang lengkap. Tak tahu tentang dari mana. Kalau mau belajar, kamu pergi cari tempat lain. Diamlah. Jangan buat bising. Customer aku sudah komplain.
Saya faham Cikgu Siti. Tapi budak ni tak ada sijil lahir, tak ada dokumen.
tak bagi budak-budak ni pergi sekolah kan? Tak apa. Biar aku je yang dekatkan sekolah dengan diorang.
Boleh tak saya tukar apple ni dengan buku tu?
Yang ni? Boleh je. Nah. Tak apa, awak simpan je apple tu, okey?
Betul ke?
Betul.
Terima kasih, Kak.
Okay, so A untuk?
Apple.
B untuk?
Ball.
C untuk?
Cat.
Walaupun dia tak ada dokumen, Cik, dia tetap ada masa depan.
Peraturan tetap peraturan.
Kalau dah tak ada jalan lain, Cik, memang masa depan budak-budak ni tertutup selamanya, Cik. Budak-budak ni tak minta kemewahan. Dia cuma minta peluang. Kalau maksud sebenar raya adalah untuk buka pintu dan hati, inilah masanya, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. Untuk kita buka pintu untuk mereka ni semua.
Bos, shop kita terbakar sebab ada orang buat rokok. Kita kena cari tempat lain.
Mr. Lim, saya nak jemput awak ke rumah terbuka hari raya nanti.
Bukankah itu maksud sebenar raya?
Pergi! Pergi!
Dulu aku fikir sekolah untuk yang ada. Cikgu ajar ilmu untuk semua. Walau datang tanpa nama, di sini kami semua diterima.
Haji, bye-bye, bye-bye. Tempat ini tempat ini nama orang pakai je. Tapi jangan bising sangat.
dengan cikgu, okey? Ilmu yang kita ada, kita kena kongsikan dengan semua.
Tahun depan boleh tak saya ajar budak baru?
Boleh.
Terima kasih, cikgu.
I want one of my kids in Jockey to become the future leader. They can be proud of themselves telling that I'm the street children that came out from the Bujang Jockey. And I'm here to change humanity. I'm here to change how people live. Okay, done.
Hi, morning everyone. Welcome back to Manufacturing 8. Aiman here. Okay, so looking at the S&P 500, well, it had another good day yesterday, finishing about 0.4%. I think this is the fourth straight day of gains, right? So the market is feeling more hopeful after there's a talk in the market regarding the ceasefire, and also this I would say exit plans, right, is helping the investors to look past the recent volatility, and we are also seeing that a lot of strength in tech sector and so the chip maker stocks as well, as many of the companies are reporting a very strong start of the year, right? So yeah, I think however it's not all clear skies yet. You know, everyone is watching a major deadline night regarding the reopening of Strait of Hormuz. Also, Trump says in the news, right, that the ceasefire proposal is not good enough, which could signal the the something to the market, lah, right? So for now, the mood is one of uh, I mean, a cautious optimism as we wait to see if the diplomatic solution can be reached before the deadline. Right. So also we have published the U.S. trading stocks yesterday. We published eBay, stock code EBAY. So the stock is experiencing a breakout at this $93 level, and we can expect that the stock will travel towards this $97 level on a strong momentum, followed by the next resistance at $100 level. And now if the counter to reverse, do watch out for this $89 level for the immediate support, as you can indicate a trend reversal signal. Also next we have Scorpio Tankers, STNG, stock with STNG. Looking at the charts now, the counter charted higher high market structure, forming a higher low pattern, breach this $75 level, and if the stock to climb up higher, we could see that it might travel to the $80 level together with this $83 level. Now if the stock to slight lower below this 71 support level, this might signals shift to a bearish structure. Right, so for this China A50 futures, well, I think even though the Shanghai and also the Hong Kong market were closed on holiday yesterday, right? The A50 moved higher, slightly higher as wave of optimism hit the region. I think the big news is reported proposal of 45 days ceasefire, right, between the US and Iran, which has given everyone hope that the shipping blockade in the Middle East finally end. But yeah, I think Trump also extended his deadline for the military action to tonight. So for today, expect the market to stay focused on this high stake negotiation as we approach to the deadline. Also for the WTI growth futures, well, it finished yesterday's session higher, settling around $112 level as we approach to the critical deadline. So I think Trump has given Iran until tonight to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, threatening heavy strikes if they don't, don't comply. So I think this ultimatum is keeping the market very tense at the moment. I think on a positive note, there's a deal going on between US and also Iran. So for today, expect the market to move purely on headlines, and if the uh, deal is reached, right, price could drop quickly, and if not, we may see another spike as the deadline passes. So we recommend staying cautious until we get more clarity from this US. But for now, at this juncture, we're still keeping our positive trading bias unchanged, targeting 420, and also the 130 resistance level. Our immediate support is at $100 level. Right, looking at our Malaysia market, well, both KLCI and also our FKLI closed lower yesterday as the region stays on the high alert, right? I think the main concern is the approaching deadline from the US for Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, like what I mentioned just now, which also expires tonight. So I think while there are talk, right, of regarding the ceasefire, I think the news of the warplane being shot down over the weekend has kept everyone very cautious recently. Yeah, I think we saw a broad sell-off yesterday, especially in our big banks as investors move into safer um, uh, uh, positions, right? To avoid the current volatility. So yeah, I think for today the market is entirely driven by headlines. Uh, so for FKLI, we keep our positive trading bias unchanged, targeting for the 1735 and together with 1760 resistance level, and our stop loss remains back at 1680 dollar level. Also, yeah, for this sector performance day to day, yesterday, right, most of the sector to a hit, I think, closing in the red, were only the only gainers were recorded from these tech and also utilities by marginal changes. And looking at our Malaysia trading stock, so we have Greatech Technology today. So the stock is on its pending breakout formation. We're at 95 dollar level. Sorry, one ringgit and 95 cent level on a strong volume. So with that, we expect the momentum to keep bullish and so able to propel to the next resistance at 2 ringgit and 5 cent level, followed by 2 ringgit and 15 cent level. So if the stock to clear below this 1 ringgit and 85 cent support, this could reverse to trend lower lah, right? And also it might crosses below this 21-day moving average. And also next we have UEM Sunrise. So the stock is experiencing a breakout yesterday and this 48 cent level. So if the stock remains bullish, we expect the price to reach 51 cent level in the coming session, together with high volume. Second resistance is at 54 cent level. So do keep an eye at this 45 cent level for any attempt of reversal. So today we have one pending breakout stocks, which is Greatech Technology, and also one breakout stocks, which is UEM Sunrise, right? And lastly, for the FCPO, closed slightly lower yesterday as traders reacted to the news of the deal going on with the US and also the Iran in Middle East. So I think this hope for peace caused the global crude oil to drop from their I would say high, right, which took some of the heat out from of the palm oil rally. I think, however, uh, Yeah, it's important to note that our export numbers for last month, right, were incredibly strong. The rival oils are still getting more expensive. So for today, I think all eyes will be on the tonight's deadline from the US to see if the deal is actually um you know signed. So we expect the market to stay a little bit cautious, but firm, as the underlying demand for the palm oil is still very healthy. And for now, we still keep our positive trading bias unchanged, targeting for the 4925, and the next resistance is at $5,100 level, and our stop loss remains back at $4,400 level, with the immediate support is at $4,500 level. Right, so that's all from me. Pass the floor to Alex. Thanks everyone and happy trading.
Okay, thanks, Aiman. All right, today we published our annual ESG Diamonds in a Rough report, which incidentally is the 11th edition, right, since we first started doing this. Okay, and just as a reminder, the report is essentially a stock picking exercise based on a certain criteria. Okay, so these screening criteria includes, number one, stocks with ROE in excess of 15%. And number two, net gearing below 0.7 times. Number three, expanding margins in 2026. Number four, stocks that trade at valuations below their respective industry averages. And number five, stocks that possess ESG scores above their country median. So, to that end, this year's picks include, for Malaysia, includes EcoShop, Kellington, LACMET, and Mr. DIY, although we also have other regional names in the mix. Okay, I hope you like the report cover. Now, just to look at how the 2025 picks performed, we're quite happy to say that if you look at figure one, all the names in the 2025 report generated positive returns relative to the peak prices achieved in the year, right? And and I think we had the best performing stock in the 2025 edition, that was SolarVest, that generated a 103% return from the date of the publication of the report to the share price peak in 2025. Okay, so the rest is fairly self-explanatory. Why we're doing this? Why ESG screening is a useful tool in terms of our investment strategies. And I think we need to recognize that this is really a long-term strategy. As they say, coal needs time to transform into diamonds, and we think that over the longer term, we believe that the companies that have been selected will be in a strong position to offer good absolute returns in due course. And therefore, we also, you can also take a look at the other names in the report, that includes some of the regional stocks, and basically the basis of us using this screening criteria as an exercise for this report. Okay, I think that's it from me. Thank you for joining Morning Kappa 8. Let me pass the time over to the next presenter.
All right, thank you, Alex. So today we have firstly a report on IGM. Given that the proposed voluntary takeover by Sunway will not be materializing, given that the valid acceptances only amounted to about 33.43% versus the 50% plus one share that is needed for the voluntary takeover of IGM to happen. So what this means is that IGM now remains status quo, and it may start carrying out its initiatives which it communicated during the recent briefing after the independent advisor report came out about 2 or 3 weeks back. So one of the key plans was for IGM to list its construction arm along with exiting the India Toll Highway business, and also potentially injecting the toll highway assets into a trust. And all of these initiatives, are planned to be executed within a 24-month time frame, in order to unlock further value for shareholders. So, we think that IJM, does have some legs to move up, given that on top of its roughly 8 billion ringgit domestic order book, bear in mind that they do have their UK construction arm, which has about, I think, 3 to 4 billion ringgit worth of outstanding order book, combined with its Singaporean associate, which has about 1 billion ringgit-ish of order book. So that brings to about more than 10 billion ringgit worth of total order book for IGM. So hence, there's still a lot more room to grow, along with its with IGM just commencing operations, or will be commencing operations for its largest automated spun pulp factory in Bestari Jaya, which could cater for a lot of the industrial and data center jobs. So with that, we revert our target price to the pre-takeover offer of RM3.43 and maintain buy on the stock. Next is a sector update on the construction sector, which highlights on the attractiveness of Malaysia as a data center location. So just very briefly, we use the TNB bill calculator to calculate the monthly electricity bill for a 100 megawatt data center, and it came up to the point, if you were to assume the maximum condition whereby the automated fuel adjustment, or AFA, is being imposed on a data center operator at the maximum rate of 3 cents per kilowatt hour, then the additional bill that a data center operator would incur versus the AFA, which was published for April, which is about 0.47 cents per kilowatt, only brings to about 7% more than what we see for the latest AFA in April. And back in last year, when the new tariff structure was implemented in July, the DC operators already incurred about 10 to 15% higher electricity bills before surcharges. So therefore, this potential 7% increase in monthly electricity bills for data center operators is not something very concerning. And bear in mind, in terms of construction cost per megawatt, Malaysia is relatively in the middle spot, not as expensive as Japan, Singapore, South Korea, and Australia, and also slightly expensive compared to, I think, Indonesia, Thailand, and some other countries. So, we continue to think that Malaysia remains to be an attractive location to attract data center investors, especially with the current tensions happening in the Middle East, where we understand that certain hyperscalers have advised their clients or off-takers to move out from the Middle East to other locations. So that could potentially facilitate more movements to Southeast Asia, particularly Malaysia. So that's all from me, everyone. Thank you for dialing into RHB Morning Kappa at 8. We will see you tomorrow at the same time and same place. Take care and have a great trading day.